When you evaluate expressions, you use the order of operations to know which parts of the expression to solve first. So we use PEMDAS, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So we would do parentheses first, and then exponents. Then we multiply or divide, whichever comes first, left to right, and then add or subtract, whichever comes first, left to right. In this expression, we're going to find the quotient of 13 squared and 7, and from that we will subtract the sum of 14 and 9. So, according to PEMDAS, we need to do parentheses first. Inside this first set of parentheses, we're going to need to find the square of 13 first, which is 169, and then divide by 7. Now that's still going to be in parentheses. And then we subtract 14 and 9, which we can go ahead and find the sum of them because they're separated and are in parentheses by themselves. So we take away 23. To find the quotient of 169 and 7, I did some long division over here. And notice that all of our multiple choice options are written as mixed numbers. So that means I'm not going to add a decimal and 0 here. I'm just going to write it as a mixed number. So that means you take your remainder and put it up top as a numerator. So we have 24 and 1/7. And then we subtract 23. So 24 and 1/7, subtract 23. I'm going to have a fraction, subtract no fraction, so it's just 1/7, and 24 minus 23 is 1. So 1 and 1/7 is our final answer. In this expression, we're going to find the sum of 5 and 4 squared. From that, we will subtract the quotient of 17 and 3. So go ahead and pause the video and solve this problem. Remember that we are going to write our answers today as mixed numbers instead of as decimals. Okay, so check over your work. Remember, in the parentheses, we have to decide what to do first. Are we going to add 5 and 4 or find the exponent here as 4 squared, which we would do first? And we'd get 16. Still inside parentheses, so we solve that next, and we get 21. Over in the other set of parentheses, we have a quotient, 17 and 3. And I'm dividing 17 by 3, which would be 5, with 2 left over. And that becomes the numerator as 2/3. So 5 and 2/3. So here, there's a couple ways of looking at how to subtract 21 and 5 and 2/3. So I'm thinking I'm going to take 21 minus 5, which is a 16. And from the 16, still need to take away 2/3. 2/3 less than 16 would be 15 and 1/3. But wait, there is another way you could look at this. Here I'm going to write it like this. With 21, take away 5 and 2/3. Now there's no fraction here. So I need to borrow from the 21, which takes it down to 20. And then we are borrowing a whole number of 1. So we've talked about this as writing it as a useful form of 1 as 3 over 3. So here would be that 20 and 3/3, subtract 5 and 2/3. Then you go ahead and subtract your fractions first, and then your whole numbers, and we get 15 and 1/3 again.